Ugh, more plywood. Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Finally back into this kitchen project. Let's jump right in. So it all starts for me over at my outfeed table with the track saw to break these pieces down into more manageable sizes. And then over to the table saw where I'm going to clean up and get rid of a factory edge off of that plywood. And then I'll go ahead and start breaking those parts down into actual part sizes. They add up pretty quickly. Next up, I got to use that new bow fence, and I set up for the rabbits on all of those pieces. And there were quite a few of them. I'm making 3 cabinets here. And then I readjusted for the rabbit to accept the back panel and got all of those cut as well. Next up was the shelf pin holes with the festool system, and I had to enlarge those to fit the shelf pin sleeves that I like to use. These things are great. Next was cutting the back panels to size, and then I could finally go to a glue up. This glue up wasn't overly stressful. It was a little out of square to start. I did end up putting a corner clamp on it. And in fact, I put all of the woodpecker's corner clamps in this one. For some reason, this one just didn't want to get square for me. But I made it all work in the end. Of course, I used a pin nailer to go ahead and tack that back on as well. Then I came back and I added screws. So these cabinets will get beauty panels on the end, so I could leave exposed fasteners like this. I cut all the shelf material, and then I came back and added edge banding just to make sure those shelves look good when they're all done. At some point I will put some waterborne finish on those, but I haven't done that yet. And then it was on to the frame material. This is all maple, and it's all brought down to about 3/4 of an inch. I might be just a smidge shy on this one. And I used the domino for my joinery on this. It's just quick, it's simple, it's easy. And I know not everybody has one, but there's so many ways to do face frames. Nothing wrong with pocket screws. And then I did the glue up on the face frames as well. Of course, there's 3 cabinets. I have 3 of these face frames to do. And again, I need to make sure that these are all square as well. No major issues here. And again, of course, you could use pocket screws for these face frames. Many people do. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not convinced it would be as fast. But to each their own. And of course, there's always a lot of sanding to do before moving on to the finish. Now, this is what I set up to spray this finish, but I did not shoot any footage of me spraying in here. It's just too hard on my equipment, so I put most of that away. But once everything was finished, then I could come back and I could start gluing on those beauty panels. Which is what you see me doing here. I did use some pin nails. This is the deeper cabinet of the 3, so I could put some pin nails in the back and they would never be seen. And then it was time to glue the face frames on. Again, no major issues there. It was a lot of clamps, but really no major issues at all gluing on the face frames. So here I am routing a groove in the inside of the far left cabinet, and this is to house the wire that I need to run for the under cabinet lighting. Beautiful shot of my elbow there, but all I'm doing is getting that that groove cut all the way into the base so I can get the wiring in there. And here I'm laying out for the clips that I'm going to install to actually hold the metal channel for that under cabinet lighting. Nothing super crazy here, just some small clips, couple of screws, and then that track will actually clip right into these, and it's super simple. Everything was hand tightened. I didn't need to strip a screw out at this point. And those pesky little end caps, they're a pain in the backside to put on. But here you see the track just snaps right in. So next up, I was going to try to get all the wiring in place. And come to find out, I didn't need to solder all of my connections the way that I thought I was going to. But a company called Aoku was kind enough to send me this helping hand soldering station. Because I did think that I was going to need it, and their timing was absolutely amazing on reaching out to me and making this offer, because I really thought I was going to need it here. So I decided to set up a small demo for them and kind of show off their piece of equipment. It's actually a really super handy piece of equipment. The jaws are plenty strong to do everything that I was doing here. And I tried them both in the smaller clip arms as well as these little larger arms, and it all worked just great. It's got a padded bottom on it. Here I'm applying heat and just no issues. Good product. All right, so I just wanted to give a few more details on this little guy. The measurements on this are about 4 inches by 4 inches. This particular station came with 4 arms. I do believe that there's some additional ones you can get for it. These little jaws are spring clamps, and they're very nice. They're magneted on the bottom as well as magneted on the side. So if you needed to have these sitting horizontally to do your work, you certainly could. Unfortunately, I just don't do a lot of this kind of work in my shop. But my son, who just graduated college doing this kind of stuff, I'm sure will get a lot of use out of it. So this will be going to him. Now, full disclosure, Aoku, and again, I hope I'm not butchering their name, sent this to me free. So that is what it is. So anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up, guys. So you see the cabinets behind me. Normally I would have gone forth and done the install, but I've got some things to work through with the wiring in the house. When I did the construction portion and I moved all the appliances and all that good stuff, we ran a wire under the house, and that wire needs to get up to where the driver for this stuff goes. So if I'm going to have to open the wall, but I don't want to have to take a cabinet back down to open up the wall. So I'm waiting for the electrician to get here, and he won't be here until next week, so that I get all the power and the switches and all that stuff in the right place before I can finish up the under counter lighting for this kitchen. But that will be in a future video. So that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. And until next time, take care.
Thanks for watching my YouTube video.